Alright, here we go. So, we are 30k Forgotten Legion, based in the United Kingdom, down in sunny Brighton. It's even sunny. Look, sunshine. We are going to do another 30k game, battle report. Custodes against the 14th Legion. Well, sort of a mixture of the 14th Legion, really. Jacob has decided to bring the Horus, the War Master. So 16th Legion, kind of a follow-on game from our previous game. And he's got the 16th Legion with Horus and the 14th. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, what do I have? So, if you've been keeping up with the videos, I have started to play Custodes for a bit. And leading the force, well, as a Primarch unit type, even though he's not, or is he? I don't know. Is Valdor. He's here, chilling out, having a great time. He's pretty good, obviously, in combat mainly, does some cool things. He also puts out, within 12, kind of a warlord trait really, is I get +1 to combat resolution, essentially, with units within 12 of him, so that's quite cool. What else? I've got a shield captain. This chap here, he's got Meridian sword, so one on his back. I always do this, turn around a little bit, there you go. He's some Skibble miniatures, this guy. Had him ages ago. I think I had him from Poland, I think that's where I got him from when I was there. So Meridian swords and a demon's head, so he's pretty cool. Then I've got some units which I've just recently sort of messed around with a little bit. Got some guys with Guardian spears here, and you might not be able to tell, but the lighting's pretty terrible in here at the moment. So these guys got black left shoulder pads. Try and focus on that one. Yep, something like that. So that can tell them apart, and my opponent can tell them apart as well. 3 of them Guardian spears. That's them. Over here, I got some Sentinel Guard, simply because before I had them with Solarite Gauntlets, and I really couldn't be bothered to rip them apart and give them spears. So I thought I'll just give them some swords instead, and see how they do. So and also, they actually have a 5-up save with a Presidium shield. So whereas the normal Custodes have 6-up and vulnerable, these have got a 5-up. They've only got the sword, so it's only strength 5, but I thought I'd give them a go. It might be slightly better defensive than actually attacking, but yeah, so three of them there with shields and swords. Behind them, another squad. This time they've got red shoulder pads on the left-hand side. Again, so it's easy to differentiate. Another squad of Custodian Guard with Custodian Spears there. And then I've got another squad. So I've got 4 sort of line squads really. This squad's a bit bigger. Got a guy with an axe. 4 spears, so spear guy, and then 2 guys with axes. These guys here at the ends. Got some axes there, so they're pretty good. Strength 8, the axes are unwieldy, but let's see how they get on. They're basically going to be joined by the characters, really. Big old squad of 8. And then I'm now going to call them Magnificent 7. I've got 7 dreadnoughts. It's horrible. It's horrendous. I know, it is horrible. Jacob laughing in the background, but we're going to see how it gets on. I mean, like the last game I played, it was actually really close, but for a few dice rolls I would have lost that game, even with the 7 dreadnoughts. So there can be a liability sometimes, but yeah, I do understand that it is horrible, but such is what it is. Anyway, so got an Achilles here. They're all the same really, but again, I've sort of painted the shoulder pads slightly different colour. There's one there, another one here. Kept the Ladstrom Stormbolter, just 'cause I quite like it actually. It's quite good just to shoot out some shots. So 4 of these chaps, and then 3 Galatus. So obviously the big shields and the swords. A bit more sort of, the difference really is, if you don't know Custodes, the ones with the shields have got 4-up and vulnerable save, and the ones without got a 5-up. And yeah, so that's probably the main difference in save. So that's the army. It's kind of route 1. It pretty much just does well, combat really. There's not much shooting. When it gets there, it's generally pretty solid at killing. Well, let's see what Jacob's got. Alright, so we have got Horus. And do you want to tell us about the army, mate?
So Horus is in our Primarch slot, due to him being the War Master and the Primarch. He's our warlord, so he has the Sire Sons of Horus Legion rule, which gives any Legion Astartes in the army not just Sons of Horus, a +1 leadership and stubborn.
Nice.
Behind him is a squad of Justarian with Custodian axes and a multi-melter. There'll be not a retinue, but they will be attached to him. Because with the Rite of War I'm using today, Black Reaving, all Justarian have Deep Strike.
Okay.
So I'm running. So next to them is another Justarian squad.
The ones at the back, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a power sword on the guy at the front.
Yeah.
2 fists and 2 chain fists. So they'll at least they may be slower than Custodes, but they'll do something.
Yeah. And the chain fists, are they brutal something? Are they?
No, they're just armor bane.
Armor bane, the power fist brutal.
I actually checked after our game, and I was like, because I realised something didn't seem right there.
Yeah.
And I got it. And I was wrong actually. They aren't brutal too.
Oh, they know. Oh, don't worry about that. Well, we all get mistakes, doesn't matter. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So is that one next one?
Yeah. Then the one in front of them, another Justarian squad, or
Nice.
lightning claws.
Okay,
For
cool.
that extra, for that shred and the extra 2 attacks.
Yep. Are they AP3 or 2, those ones?
3 Rending 6 up.
Okay, so you've got the rend in there,
Yeah.
hopefully.
We've got a Praetor in Cataphracti armor.
That's that guy there.
With a power maul and a combi melter.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it's all his upgrades. Besides, not mastercrafted.
It looks cool. It looks like a mini Horus, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was
Is
tempted
it-
to run it as a Thunderhand.
Horus Axeman, is it under there? Is that the character or just a big maul?
He's one of. I name him Elmez.
Elmer.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool. What else we got then? What's this guy at the front?
He's a Master of Signals
Yep.
with a power maul and plasma pistol with a Nemesis bolter for an additional weapon.
The Master of Signals will give you plus to your deep strike, is that
Yeah,
correct?
+1 to deep strike or -1 to your deep strike.
Nice, that's cool. Alright.
So for troop choices in
Yep.
my legion, I've got 2 bog standard tactical marine squads with a sergeant in artificer armor, power sword, plasma pistol, and they've all got their bolters. There's a Vexilla and Nuncio Vox in the squads as well.
They're all Mark 6, aren't they? These
Yeah.
guys. Nice.
Only Mark 6 actually own at the moment.
Okay.
Besides rockets. In
Yep.
my Death Guard.
Nice. So that's and the same. Is it the same
Yeah,
squad? Is it
Copy and paste.
same squad?
And then next to them is a 5-man Seeker squad
Yep.
with their Kraken bolters and a plasma pistol and sergeant with a power sword and artificer armor.
Yep. Cool.
Then in our detachment for the
These are survivors, right?
Yeah, the survivors.
So this is the survivors of the last game, apparently. Even though Mortarian's not here, and he did
Yeah.
survive the horrible sod.
Mortarian said to lick his wounds.
Yeah.
One wound
Literally.
does not serve one well.
Yeah, he one wound left, didn't he?
So minor reinforcement of 2 tactical marine squads.
Yep.
Nuncio Vox and Vexilla in the squads.
Yep.
Parasite.
Apothecary as well, is it?
Yeah, Apothecary in 1 squad. Sergeants have Parasites,
Yep.
Combi Alchem Flamers, and Hand Flamers as well.
Cool.
The Apothecary has a Parasite, Combi Alchem, and his bolt pistol, but no artificer armor,
Okay, fair enough.
unlike my sergeants.
Yep.
All of them have got toxin bombs.
Yep. And what does toxin bombs do again? I know you did tell me last time.
When you charge me,
Yep.
successful or not, I roll a dice for every model in that unit.
Mhm.
And then on a 1, they take a wound. No saves allowed
Cool.
besides invulnerable.
Ouch. Pretty cool.
And then the Grave Worn squad that survived last turn.
Yep.
Power fists and toxin bombs. And then they've got the siege breaker with them. Got old Callan with his power scythe, combi alchem flamer, and plasma pistol,
Nice.
and the toxin bombs as well.
And you got some Legion specific dice over there, is it?
Yeah.
Extra kudos for that one then. So you got some Sons of Horus dice, and then the 14th Legion dice, Death Guard stuff. Cool. So it looks really small, doesn't it? Like as I was saying before,
It's small,
small.
but it's also specialised.
And is it because Horus is so expensive?
Yeah, Horus is exceptionally expensive in this edition. 600 points on his own.
Yeah.
And if we were doing a 4K game, I could pay 400 points to make him ascended.
Yeah, which luckily is not, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let's see what mission we get. Okay, let's roll for mission. Go for it, mate.
So we've got 2.
A 2,
Perfect.
which is Onslaught, which we didn't do last time, did we? Which
No, we
is
did,
good.
Tide of Carnage.
Awesome. Okay, so it's a 6-turn game. Onslaught objective. We've got onslaught attack as well. So any unit destroyed in the first game turn 1 VP. That could be quite important. And then basically the objective is 5 points, and it's in the opponent's deployment zone. We've also got Slay the Warlord for 1. Primarch is additional 1. Attrition is an extra 1. So there's quite a few bits, little bits to get points from. But obviously the main one is the whole getting the onslaught objective, really. Got stage deployment, which is always annoying. And reserves, night fight, and there we are. Okay, so let's roll for map, shall we? Let's do that as well.
1.
1,
I believe
okay.
that is standard.
Yeah, it might be the normal one, right?
Long
Suppose.
table.
So we rolled Clash of the Line. So let's get that stage deployment started and see what we look like. Okay, this is the board then. I'll let Jacob set up. So we're using the 4th Legion board this time. So obviously it's mainly silver and some hazard stripes on doors and stuff like that. I'm using one of the sort of neoprene mats from 30k. We've got a Legion stock, and yeah, got a mixture of Games Workshop terrain, being this one here, Mantic terrain, being this one here, and there, mostly Mantic, I suppose, and then some sort of TT combat stuff. This is sort of laser cut wood. So yeah, sort of different mix of terrain really. And that's what the overview is like this. So there's some big buildings. Yeah, and bit of a mess really. So yeah, awesome. So let's do some setting up. Okay, it's stage deployment, but we still got to roll through who goes first, so let's do that now. Oh, a 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Going over it again. There we are. So Lupercal, the War Master, obviously much more wary, is going to choose to go first or second. So what we doing?
Let's go first.
Cool. Let's start setting up. All right. So the 14th and 16th Legion are going first, and at the moment, and this is the setup. So do you want to take me through it, mate? It's pretty obvious, I suppose.
In the factory area, I guess it is. We've got the Grave Wardens at the front with the Siege Breaker. They'll, I guess, lead the charge towards Valdor and his terrifying units. We've got Death Guard, Tactical Marine Squads on either flanks, Apothecary on the right flank, on my right flank. 2 Tactical Marine Squads for the Sons of Horus, kind of holding the centre, with the Master Signals as well.
Cool, and the rest are all over here.
Everyone else is in
Deep Strike Assault, aren't they, those guys?
Yeah, they're waiting.
Wicked. And this is how my lot is set up. It's Clash of the Line, so essentially I just set up on the line really. Put these guys at the back, just because he's got Deep Strike Assault, so hopefully they can sort of screen out a little bit. I don't have many high model count, and also keeping my line units at the back to hopefully stop the onslaught being taken. So that's what it looks like. So yeah, overviews like this. Okay, so let's roll for, we've got to do night fight and roll for, put objective down, haven't we, I think?
Yeah.
Alright, so onslaught objectives, so Jacob put it's down there, right on the Ganatus, and then I put mine over there in the deployment zone. Yeah, that's where they've got to go. So those are the onslaught objectives, are really important ones, 5 VPs each those are. And let's roll for night fight, so go for it, mate. Yep, it's night fight turn 1, and then I suppose it's the seize next one. Let's check that.
Coming.
Okay, I'm not going to even attempt to seize because I need to find out where Horus is, I suppose. So let's go for turn 1 movement phase for the alliance, I suppose. So yeah, go for it. Okay, turn 1 movement phase done. So do you want to go for it, mate?
So we've got the Death Guard have moved up on both flanks. Just moved up their General 7 so we can really take the advantage of their Death Guard special rule. The squad with the Master Signals just didn't move at all. It's waiting for the time being. We have no idea how quickly the Custodes will cut through us. So we've used the Grave Warden as kind of a shield for now. They might pop off a few shots, or they'll just sit still.
Yep. And you've got these in here, which I forgot about.
Yeah, we've got a Seeker squad that infiltrated to this building here, and then all that's happened is one moved up a floor. Yeah. Just for some extra line of sight, really.
Cool. All right. So shooting phase. Let's do that. Okay, shooting phase for the Sons of Horus because they're the only ones that fired. The Kraken Bolt took a wound off Axeman because they sniped him, and he tried to make a 6-up invulnerable save, which failed. So a wound on him, and then it's that's the turn. So no onslaught attack, or whatever it's called, victory point for the Evil Alliance. So on to Custodes turn 1 movement phase. Okay, Custodes movement phase turn 1. Essentially we went through terrain, so -2, so that's 6, and then we use initiative to advance. So very quickly going across the board, I used skirmish to spread out, just to basically give a bit of board denial from that inevitable deep strike. So the big squad, and then what did these guys do?
So the Grave Warden just moved forward.
They advanced towards Valdor because they're feeling happy about that. I'm not sure I would.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they went forward for sure.
The Death Guard was stubborn.
Fair enough. Yeah, they are stubborn gits. So big line for me over here, and then everything else kind of went forward. I sort of moved all the Achilles aimed towards that squad because I really want to get them dead, so I can get a VP for that objective, which is called onslaught attack. So any enemy units during the first turn. So I'm trying to get that one in this go by hopefully gunning them down with all this stuff. I don't have much. I've just got not a great deal of shots, but hopefully I kill them. The rest of it sort of stayed still, really, just to hold on for the big scary Horus. So that's kind of the overview. Closing the distance. See how shooting gets on. Okay, turn 1 shooting phase for the Custodes. I ended up firing 3 Ganatus Achilles at the guys up there. They died. The Corvée Las Pulse are strength 9 AP 3, which is mad considering it's the Emperor's chosen of an AP 3 weapon, but there we go. And then the Lastrom Stormbolt as well are shred, so they're quite good. And just a weight of shots, really, just loads of shots, killed them. And then I actually managed to kill one of the Grave Wardens with rolling 1, didn't I, for you?
Yeah,
So last pulsar, pulse 1 out. So there we are. So that gave me the VP that I needed, which could be really important, destroying it in the first game turn. So that's it. So on to turn 2 for the Evil Alliance, and let's see if the big lad turns up. Should we roll that on camera? Should we?
Oh yeah, why not?
Well, let's do it.
Lots of signals to see.
Okay, so here we go.
It'll be a 3 up normally.
Is this Horus
so
coming on?
2 on? Yeah.
2 up.
He's on.
Here we go. He's coming. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay, turn 2, and right. So it's pretty obvious, but what happened?
Oh, how do we put this in the Sons of Horus way? Lubaca!
Yeah, he turned
Horus
up.
has arrived with his Justarum, every single one of them.
Yeah, I think you were quite lucky because
Yeah.
if you rolled 1 more inch, it would have put him within an inch of this chap here.
Yeah.
And the only reason that didn't happen was because what?
Because I had 2 Nuncio Voxes that were kind of looking at him.
Yeah, 2.
So I only need the 1 looking at him.
Yeah.
Having 2 is just kind of useful.
Yep.
But with that Nuncio Vox looking, we could roll 1 dice and a scatter dice.
Yeah. So he didn't get himself messed up.
Yeah.
And then from that, you rolled a 6,
Yeah.
which is way enough to not be disordered, because it would be on a 1 or a 2, because I've got airy strikes on him, and then this is where
Horus has very much coordinated this conflict.
and this is where they are, right? So
Yeah,
what are these guys?
Captain Elmes of the Sons of Horus has come with a Lightning Plus squad of Justarum.
Yep. There.
And
Yep, against them, and then over here.
then we've got another Justarum squad with Power Fists and Chain Fists and Power Sword.
I reacted to them.
Yeah.
After we did our pinning test, which I passed both.
Just.
Yeah, I just went back for them because they look scary. And then your other stuff then, what else did we do?
So the Grave Warden moved closer to Valdor himself.
Yep.
They're going to just kind of be the wall for now.
Yep.
Death Guard on both flanks advance forward, ignoring difficult terrain, like they always do. Then you've got the Sons of Horus also advancing, but having to go around the difficult terrain. Even the Master Signal's having to move forward now, after his task has been complete. We've got the Apothecary still with that tactical squad over there, keeping them up and running.
This is where we're at in it, so I guess we're on to shooting phase, right?
Yep, straight on to shoot phase.
Cool. Okay, turn 2 then for the Death Guard and Sons of Horus shooting phase. So we started here, didn't we? What happened?
Yeah. So Callum Hayes, the Siegebreaker, threw a Phosphex bomb and showed a Guardian Spear where it meant to mess with the Death Guard.
Yeah, just killed him.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
he dropped.
He died.
We fired.
Then the next, wasn't it?
Well, we fired with the Gravel one as well, and they did.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
They did. Don't think they did any wound.
I think they did put a wound.
Yeah, they put a wound somewhere.
Yeah. No, I think yes.
Yeah,
yes,
they
they did.
but it was with their toxin.
Yeah, yeah.
Their death cloud.
Yeah. Cause a wound. Yep. And then here.
Yeah, this tactical marine squad pinged off another.
Killed another guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got one wound. I fouled it.
Yeah.
But then we went to here.
The tactical marine squad fired in and didn't cause any wounds. I don't think.
I saved it, didn't I?
Yeah, saved
I think you only got one wound then.
All Sons of Horus squads that are tactical marines did no wounds, but did fire into Valdor's massive 6-man squad. But it did drop a man to the Death Guard.
Yep.
The Death Guard now had to take out Custodes.
Yeah, they got their eye in. So they don't take break tests because they're fearless, because Valdor's there. Then we moved on to here.
We had Horus turn around with his Justeran and take 3 wounds off the Galatas there.
Yeah, it was the breaching bolters which did it, wasn't it? Just
Bane strike breaching, yeah.
Bane strike breaching, yeah. Three wounds, didn't save any of them. So that was that one. And then over here,
we did the same here with
similar.
the Justeran.
Yeah.
We took a wound back.
I managed to save 2, but there was five wounds on me, and I caused a wound back on them.
Yeah.
So that's the end of shooting phase, isn't it? So yeah. You fired there, but they couldn't.
Yeah. The Praetor
missed.
shot his combi melter, but missed.
Yeah, it's night
With a
fight
bolt
still.
carry.
So we've got some assaults going to happen. So I'm definitely going to lose probably 2 dreadnoughts this turn, and then yeah, so it's going to be absolutely brutal. So let's see how we get on, I suppose. Yeah, let's do the combats overview. Everything's down now, so I've got to fend off these Justeran, them Justeran, these and Horus, and yeah, so it's definitely in the mix now. So let's see what happens. Okay, assaults went in then. So before we take them off, I'm going to film a bit. Horus against this 3 wounded Achilles, so he's probably going to die. I'm sure of that. Over here, the other Achilles got charged by these Justeran. I held the line, giving them -1 attack. Hopefully that works. And then, unfortunately, Jacob rolled a double 1 here, so they didn't make the charge. So that's that. And over here, then he chose not to charge because didn't want to fight Valdor. So there we are. Let's see how they all resolve. All right. So that was turn 2, wasn't it, of your assault phase? Sons of Horus, take us through it.
So Horus led his Justeran into a charge and chose to use Worldbreaker. So the Justeran caused a wound on the Dreadnought with their Cassinian axes, and then Horus just swung in with Worldbreaker.
Absolutely smashed it.
It blew up.
Absolutely smashed him.
No wounds were taken in that unit at all,
Yep.
even after the Brutal 3. But the other combat,
Yep.
we lost 3 of our Terminators, but caused no wounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hard because weapon skill 5 against 6, 5's to hit, and then you did the armor bane with a chain fist though. So
Yeah.
and I managed 2 saves, and that was all that happened there.
5 up, yeah.
Yeah, two 5-up saves. So well done him. That was the combat. So yeah.
Horus is just consolidated towards the next Dreadnought.
Yeah, and obviously they unfortunately failed. So turn 2, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Turn 2, Custodes movement phase. Custodes turn 2 movement phase. So these Custodian Guard went towards the Justeran and the Achilles to help him out, avoiding these, but then they did react and move towards me free because they're heavy. I moved the other Custodian Guard towards them as well, and my Sentinel Guard as well towards them, because I'm hoping there's only 3 wounds left there, so I should be able to get through them and clear them out of the objective, and then take the counter-attack from them in a minute. I've chose to gang up on Horus's unit with 4 dreadnoughts. Hopefully that's enough. I pushed 1 out to go that way because I do need to. I can't just have the Valdor and his squad kill all of them. So I need, but also equally, I have to deal with him. So I don't know how this is, if I'm going to be able to do it with these. Like, we'll see. I've got lots of instant death, so I'm hoping to get rid of the Terminators relatively quickly. And yeah, let's see what happens there. Yeah, that's the movement phase done. So on to some shooting. Okay, turn 2 shooting phase. Custodes is finished. What did we do? Didn't do anything against Gravefords, did I? Bounce horribly. Bounce horribly. He's not going to fire because he wants to do a long charge. Over here, though, the Contemptors all fired on the on Horus and his squad. Killed, I think, 2. Is that right?
Yeah. 2.
Killed 2. Yeah. By just basically flaming them, making them take armor saves. just keep hitting him with Flamer and just armor save stuff, and just rolled a series of 1s eventually.
I have not seen Horus go through any shooting phase without it being an entire army that's taken him out.
Yeah, that's how it is, isn't it? So on to charge phase. We've got some charges to do, so it'll be over here, obviously, Horus getting mugged, over there, and then over there, so it's going to be absolutely bloody, like I said at the start. Let's see what we do. Alright, so charges for turn, are we on turn 2? Wow.
Yeah,
turn 2, it's because you dive down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turn 2 charges, Custodes went into the remaining 2 Justarian, and the funny thing was, I rolled a double 1 with these 3, but then because I get +1 and their nemesis, I actually went 4 and got in combat, so that was quite good. And then the other guys ran in as well, Sentinels, and all of them obviously made combat. Again, I rolled crap, but because of nemesis, I managed to get in with this Achilles here. And over there, I ran in, took it to the face by lots of gunfire, but made it. And then over here, he made an absolutely awesome charge. He rolled a 12, but he didn't need that, but he still got in combat. It's awesome. So we've got lots of combats going on. This is kind of a really big part of the game, I think, now. I'm pretty sure I'll clear out the 2 Justarian there. I'm pretty sure I will really hurt Horus here. He probably will kill a Dreadnought. I'll probably lose 1 in the combat, but I'm pretty sure I'll hurt him bad. Over here, I reckon they're going to die, hopefully, and here he'll probably beat them as well. So I should have some combats going my way. Hopefully, let's see. Okay, turn 2. Quite unbelievable, but combat, obviously Horus is alive. I had so many attacks because they're nemesis. I get extra attacks. I charge with 4 dreads against them, and yeah, to be fair, he made loads of saves on 4-ups with the guys, but just too many attacks. Swatted them down, and then the Gravis Power Fist was just so horrible. Caused 12 wounds. He managed to keep Horus alive on 2 wounds. And that's where we're sitting, and I made some amazing saves with my Dreadnought, because Horus, I think I made 4 saves to die on this guy. Yeah, 4 saves with him, and he took 2 wounds, so yeah, I made some amazing 5-up saves. So yeah, he's surrounded by the Dread, so he's probably going to go down. But there we are, and obviously over here cleared them out, and just backed off away from the other Justarian. And over here, Valdor just pretty much on his own, I think, killed, because you just didn't make any saves. Did you make any saves?
There was a couple I made, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think I don't think I did that many wounds. You just didn't make any saves, I'm pretty sure.
I lost, it was like 4 wounds.
Yeah,
and it went dun,
he just fouled everyone. So yeah, fouled all the saves on 4-ups, and then they died, and then here they held. 3 died, but they held. I think 3 died. Yeah, and they held. So that's it. That's how the battlefield's looking. So it's going to be bloody, like we said. Yeah, so it's Horus's turn 3. Wow. Turn 3, Sons of Horus and Death Guard. So what do we do? Move with these, yeah?
Yeah, so the Justarian moved their 6 inches. Would have ran with them if I could, but they're heavy, so I can't.
Yeah.
But
long charge, basically. Yeah, they're coming, but that's why I moved back to give them long charges.
That charge, I think, is somewhere about 12 inches.
Something like that, yeah. Quite long.
Horus is
stuck.
So can't do anything.
In trouble.
The Death Guard have just kept moving.
Yep.
If the Sons of Horus are going to take the combat, the Death Guard will try and take the objective.
Yep.
But we're also going to try and use the Death Guard a bit for Fury.
It's got a lot of Fury here, so I mean, I'm probably going to drop some Custodes, I imagine, here.
Well, we've got this one here that just hasn't moved.
Yeah, and this
Fury.
unit can Fury.
Yeah.
That unit can Fury. So yeah, lots of Fury coming in.
I haven't ran with anyone just because it's not worth it when the...
You've got to try and stop this unit, you have to try and stop that unit.
Valdor's got to go down.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 DP.
He's hard as nails. Alright, let's see what the shooting brings. Okay, turn 3 for the Dark Alliance, shall we say. So, what will happen then? Lots of bolt guns.
Yeah, everyone has just Fury the Legion at Valdor's unit. We've taken off the Shield Captain and a Shield and another Praetorian.
Another Custodian,
Yeah, another Custodian.
That was it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all that's kind of happened.
Yeah, because obviously most things are in combat, so yes, unfortunately.
We're now just aiming for the long bomb charge at the back.
Yeah, over there. Yep. All right, let's do that on camera, shall we? Why not? I'm gonna. Yeah. Go for it. See what we can get. It's a long one.
10-inch. Here we go.
It's a long one.
Lubacal.
Boom.
Oh,
Good job.
Lubacal.
Well done. I didn't even think you'd get that, so I just assumed he's not going to do it. Never mind. Good job. All right. Let's see. We've got some combats then. So we've got that one. Yeah, moving, mate.
Yeah.
We've got this one. Horus is hopefully going to die, and then here probably churn through some dudes. So cool. Still going. Let's see how the combat goes. Okay, turn 3, Sons of Horus and Death Guard. So combat-wise, let's start here first. So how did we get on here?
So we killed, I think, 2.
Yeah, so I killed 2, didn't I?
Yeah,
and then you put a wound on me because you just got lightning claws with a 6's rending, and you didn't run because you're high leadership.
Yeah.
And then we went to this combat here, which I killed 2, I think.
Yeah, we lost 2, but I don't think we caused anything
No,
either.
didn't cause you wounds back. No one was in combat over there.
Yeah.
And then the big one. So
Horus.
there's no way of saying it. He's dead.
Yeah, Horus fell.
But
He fell after so much combat.
But it was 5 to hit with this guy who did nothing, I think.
Yeah.
It was 5 to hit with that guy who did
1, but
a wound, maybe? Yeah, a wound, so he's down to 1. 5 to hit of him, missed everything, or think I failed to wound, or you saved it.
Yeah.
And then 5 to hit of him who caused 1 extra wound, and then Horus died.
Yeah.
He saved 2 and died. So, actually, with those 4 dreadnoughts, although it seemed like Horus was dead easily, no, it was not easy. He literally only just about died, and it wasn't that you were super lucky, I just couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
I couldn't hit him, and we talked about it, and we were talking about, does he split his attacks? He did choose to split his attacks with Deflagrate and Shred, but caused 1 wound on each. If we thought about it afterwards, he'd absolutely battered this guy.
Oh, one of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of them, and killed him out, then he would have been alive, wouldn't he?
Which is the terrifying part. It's like, he would have lived through it if he killed 1.
Yeah, and I think if you'd put all your attacks against 1, then again I only took 2 wounds, so you might have had him on a wound, but
like,
I don't know.
It took 2 wounds, and then it was another 2 wounds that were caused by the Deflagrate.
Yeah, so there we are. I mean, it's pretty bad now for the dirty traitors. Horus is down. It's looking like Custodes going to
We're not stubbing
take
anymore.
it out. Yeah, they're not stubbing anymore, so it's probably going to be all over, but we'll go through it because it won't take much longer, I'm sure. All right, let's go on to Custodes turn 3. Okay, turn 3, movement phase for Custodes. We've just pushed Valdor up towards the objective with the squad. Going to try and take out the Sons of Horus here and then secure this objective. We're just going to do some shooting at these Death Guard over here from the Achilles over there, and the 2 dreadnoughts here. The Achilles is going to shoot the Death Guard, and I might try some mental charge with the other Galatas against these as well. And then what have we got? Over here we've got lots of combat, and just going to basically mug them, get rid of them. So let's see how the shooting goes. Custodes turn 3 shooting phase. What happened was we did some shooting here with the Corvée Las Pulsar, killed the sergeant, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
Returned fire. I thought he was going to go down because we've got like 5 wounds, I think, on this guy. But I passed was saved, so he was all right. Over here, Valdor basically shot, because he's got, as your Primarch, he can precision strike. He shot out one of the guys over there. And then here, I did nothing. Made all the saves, so that's fair enough, because of my Corvée Las Pulsar is AP free, so just took it like a champ on the sergeant. It was fine, and obviously can't fire there. So charges will be all of this lot into them, and then a charge from here, and a charge over there as well. So yeah, let's see if we make them.
Okay.
Turn 3 Custodes combat is finished. As expected, just so many attacks because they're Nemesis, and I've got AP2 everywhere. They got cut down. The Praetor did kill a Guardian, but I just took too many guys hitting them, so they all died. Valdor again was funny because last turn he killed loads of people. This turn he killed 1 Marine, but then the Guardians finished off the squad.
Yeah, I don't think Valdor was trying. I think he was just walking forward to the objective.
Yeah. So they've walked forward here, and then that squad with the 2 Galatas were killed. And yeah, so unfortunately it's looking very bleak. But I think the turning point of the game was Horus dying, definitely, and a few other charges could have gone better early on to kill the dreads. But we are where we're at. So turn 4 with the remaining 2 units from the 14th Legion.
Yeah.
Okay, move phase then. So Death Guard, turn 4. What do we do?
They've literally just moved to kill a dreadnought.
Yeah, he's just trying to kill dreadnoughts now. So this guy's got 1 wound left, so he should be dead.
More likely to die.
All bolt guns.
It's just.
This guy's got 3.
Yeah. So we've moved to get flames also on it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to do much.
Let's see. Hopefully you kill him. Cool.
Like Valdor was missing most of his squad.
Turn 4. Shooting phase. So let's start here.
So the Death Guard are just Fury the Legion in every dreadnought that they can find. They don't cause any wounds into this one. But they do explode.
Exploded him, which isn't there anymore. So nice one for the bolt guns. Just mass bolt gun fire, had 1 wound left, died. So that was good. No charges, and then on to Custodes turn 4, which is probably the last turn of the game. But that's fine. Let's get it done. Custodes turn 4. I did as well. Anyway, never mind. So hopefully this is probably movement phase done. So these 2 Achilles went towards these chaps, and then the other 3 dreads, all the Galatas went towards these. So yeah, bit of shooting, and then everyone secured the objectives. Valdor came out, just do a little charge at them. If he makes it, probably quite far, and the rest secured the objective over there. So shooting phase. Custodes shooting phase done, and yeah, so killed a few, no one ran, and same as here, so it's on to charge phase, and let's see how that does. Hopefully we get there. Okay, that's the end of the combats. Right, so obviously Valdor getting in combat was quite a big thing, and the Achilles killed the remaining 4 or 5 guys there, and then 3 Galatas, well, they got no chance, so they killed all of them as well. So here's a tabling, turn 4. Yeah, has happened to me a number of times, I would say, on the videos, if people have been looking. But this army is absolutely horrible. I do understand that. But it is because I keep facing absolutely horrible armies as well. And so it just gets steadily harder. I mean, so what have we got anyway? So we've got him on a wound, because he took 2 wounds then. This guy's on 2 wounds. He is on 3 wounds. These are unwounded. So there's lots of dents. There's all the shield captains dead. 3 of them are dead. 1's on a wound. Only 1 there died. But we have got a lot of dents. Obviously not good enough.
Yeah.
So how do you think it went anyway, Jacob?
It was a very good first 2-3 turns, because Horus, like, turn 1 we'd caused some form of damage to you. Like, we took a wound off a dreadnought. We took a wound off a spear, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And then a few shots here and there from bolt guns into Valdor. Then turn 2, we just had Horus deep strike in, fully in position. And I think what I could have done better is just had everyone together.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of, because I put a Lightning Claw squad up near your Guardian Spears, because I was like, yeah, I want to pressure them, thinking they'd come for me, but they chose to go after the other guys.
Yeah.
But Horus took out 2-3 dreadnoughts on his own.
Yeah, he killed. So I've got. So he killed.
Yeah, killed 2.
He killed. Yeah. Did he kill the other one? Can't remember. No, the other one got shot down, didn't he?
Yeah.
He actually killed 1, because the other one got killed by the bolt guns. He put loads of wounds on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's target priority, isn't it? I think if he killed 1 alone, so what the other squad should have done is probably gone after dreads, because they're initiative 4, and mugged them.
Yes.
But you know, it's tough when they got brutal as well.
Like, the plan with Horus was to just kind of go, right, he deals that dreadnought there, he just kind of moves up, and the Terminator squads take on the back line, just mop up the back, which they were doing, and then they got mopped up themselves.
Yeah, so in the end, obviously I held this objective here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically just got all the points, so it was obviously tabling. So, but it was a good game, and there was parts that were close. I know it doesn't look like that in the end, of course, but there were parts that was turning points that were close. But yeah, it was what it is. I thought Horus was going to. I said that combat where he almost survived would have been really important, because if you'd had killed 1 of the dreadnoughts, I'd had 5 less attacks, and he might have got a wound back. Then he might have killed another dreadnought. It was asking a lot, but you know, I still think he could have caused trouble.
He was a very dangerous model if he was alive, because
definitely.
with it will not die as well, he'd come back again, or he'd just keep hitting Dreadnought.
Yeah, no, but that's awesome. Anyway, so thanks for the game again, and yeah, just for everyone that's watching, keep an eye out on the channel. Do more games, obviously. And Brighton Heresy 4 is in a couple of weeks, 25th, 26th of March, and we've got Brighton Heresy 5 in July. And yeah, awesome. Like, subscribe, comment. Cheers, bye.